Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
If you're traveling to any other Walt Disney World Resort hotel, buses and watercraft depart from this station.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. This is the Gateway to the Magic. I'm Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
And you've tuned in for episode 149.
149.
149.
See, I almost got that one wrong.
Ooh.
I almost said 148. Yikes.
Oh.
I don't know.
I can't hold your hand through this stuff, Bob. I can't do it.
I know.
Where
would I be?
Well, that's why we have a guest on to help us out with these shows.
Absolutely. And one of our favorite guests, always, and good friend of the show.
Great friend of the show.
From the beginning.
Yes.
Everybody, SuperLooper Sean Woo is with us tonight. Sean?
Yes, sir. How are you?
We're good. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
A lot of rain down here, actually, but
yes,
that's okay.
I saw that. You guys doing okay?
We're working on building our ark.
Well, hang in there. It'll be nice and dry for you this fall, and you're going to Disney in Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, for some reason we were going to go to Disney probably one of the busiest times of the year. We have
yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. We have a 3-night stay at the Contemporary Resort.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Or is it 4 nights? I don't know. I didn't make the reservations.
Until the credit card maxes out.
It's not a fortnight, that's for sure.
No.
They reaching back in the archives, pulling out the fortnight there.
Love the fortnight.
Now, the reason we have Sean on is because, as many of you know, and we've talked about this, Sean lives down near Disney.
Our boots on the ground.
Yeah, our boots on the ground. Goes
yes.
frequently to check out his commando-style approach to the Magic Kingdom that we did during the holiday extravaganza that we had.
Oh, love it.
And but Sean, you were FastPass minus. You didn't really care for the FastPass.
That's correct.
Then you liked the FastPass, and now you're back to not liking the FastPass. So we're just going to kind of let you run with this.
That's right.
And kind of explain how this all transpired.
Sean Woosley, what say you?
All right. So FastPass minus. I guess the reason I didn't like the FastPass at first was because, well, it was new, and I kind of knew how to use the other system pretty well with the paper FastPasses.
Sure.
We had a couple episodes, and on a good day we could get 6 or 7 paper FastPasses, and then the new FastPass system limits you to 3. But after using it a little while and getting to know it a little bit better, it's not that bad. The good thing about it is you can plan in advance, obviously. And my family, who doesn't always like to get up at 6:30 to travel down there 6:30 a.m. for rope drop, we can book our fast passes in advance and then just go down there like 11, 12 o'clock noon and ride the attractions that we want to ride. So I liked it after a while. However, me and a coworker at the place where I work, obviously, have been doing some experiments, and we had a fast pass. I had a fast pass booked for spring, and my coworker, we were going to see if I dropped it, if he could pick it up, because he couldn't get one. I wasn't going to go to the park that day anyways. I just kind of squirreled it away a little bit in case I went to the park. So I dropped it. At the same time I dropped it, he tried to pick it up. Nothing.
Oh.
He actually called the Magic Kingdom because he found it on his computer on my Disney experience. However, it said it was available. However, every time he tried to press the button, it wouldn't load into his queue.
Oh.
So, yeah. So he called and he complained. He got to talk to a manager. And long story short, they opened up every single time that day for him for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So he got lucky. We thought it was open for everybody, so I tried to get in and book one for myself, and it wasn't. I couldn't see any availability. So it seems like they have some type of availability or capability, at least, to open it up for people who complain.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now I know. See, this was one of my concerns with this whole thing, because going down there, with the whole ADR kind of stuff, and you want to book ADRs. I remember running into this a few years ago when we wanted to have dinner in the castle or breakfast in the castle, and it was. I mean, I was up at 6 a.m. on the 180th day out to make that reservation, and by 6 a.m. they said they were booked up. So it almost seems like it's kind of that kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I have a similar experience. We tried to book fast passes for our trip Thanksgiving week, and I woke up. I set my alarm for 12:01, just after midnight, the 60th day out, the time we were supposed to be able to access the fast pass for our existing reservation. And when I logged in, Festival of Fantasy Parade, Electrical Parade, Anna and Elsa, and of course the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train were already booked up.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little surprised because we're arriving on a Tuesday, so I was thinking that there wouldn't be that many people arriving on a Tuesday because most of the kids are still in school.
Right.
Now you guys are explain to us again and the listeners, being annual pass holders there. Do people who book packages, do they get to have their fast passes further out than you guys do because you're annual pass members?
Yeah. So let's say I wanted to go down to the park today without a resort reservation. So I would be within a 30-day window, and we can only book, I think it's 15 days total. So 30 days, within 30 days, we can book fast passes for 15 days at different parks. However, since we are staying at the hotel Thanksgiving Day week, we fall into just resort guests who can book fast passes 60 days out. So although we have annual passes, we're still in the 60-day queue.
Interesting.
Yeah, good to know.
That's yeah. Go ahead.
So I called Disney at 7 o'clock in the morning when I got to work, and I talked to one lady, and I complained, and I said, "You mean to tell me that I logged on 1 minute after my 60-day window opened up, and for 4 attractions or 5, whatever it was, everything was already booked up?" She didn't have an answer for it. She gave me to a manager, and the manager basically told me that, and I kind of knew this, but the manager told me that if a resort guest is staying that weekend or that week, and let's say they're arriving on a Saturday and I was arriving on a Tuesday, they could have booked those up, and we could have booked through. They booked up all the Seven Dwarf Mine Trains, which I said, "You mean to tell me that all the resort guests are going to the Magic Kingdom that day and are all going on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train?" I found it a little odd, personally.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know. It seems like, could it be? Let me ask this question, I guess. This is a question I'm putting out to the Looper Nation. Could it be that, obviously, that as the time changes go throughout the world, we're not the first ones to have the day start with us. That starts over in the Pacific over there. Could it be that by the time midnight hits here, and it's noon, say over in India, or 8 a.m. over in the UK, that all of those people are coming over here and staying in the resorts, and that's a stretch as well.
Yeah, no, it starts Eastern time. I already asked her that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Boy, I don't know. So bottom line is you started out struggling with the fast passes, mostly because it was new. then you kind of got used to it. Everything seemed to be okay, and now booking an actual vacation with the resort, you're struggling with it again.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get around it, but yeah, it was my kids unfortunately don't get an opportunity to go on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train too often, so we were looking forward to it, and I guess we'll wait in line like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the ride doesn't have the capacity that maybe we think it does. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we were kind of thinking that, and I don't know. The lady that I was talking to at Disney told us to just keep checking back. So we've been spot checking here and there, and it's still not open. But
well, something happens, let us know, because I'd be definitely curious to see if anything can open up with the mine train. Because I know on our trip when we were down there this summer, the mine train was the one thing that we could not book through the app, and we couldn't adjust, or obviously we couldn't adjust times on it, but pretty much anything else in any of the parks we could get, that was our only problem.
Did you guys get to ride it?
You know what? We were going to actually do the standby line. It was early in the morning. We had got there for rope drop. We must have moved kind of slow because the line was long. Well, it wasn't terribly long, but the ride was broken down. So we just decided to just skip that and just move on because we didn't know how long it was going to be down. And we didn't want to spend hours in line because we had too many other things we wanted to do. So we did not get to the mine train.
When we go there, it's great because we get there at rope drop, and everybody used to go to Peter Pan, and they all make a beeline. It's interesting because the cast members won't allow you to go between Anna and Elsa and the carousel. You actually have to go around the left side of the carousel. It's kind of like a marathon at rope drop, watching everybody go over there to the mine train.
Wow.
That leaves Peter Pan with 0 lines, 0 waiting, and then you can just follow the commando approach.
There's a nice tip right there. There you go.
Yeah, if you don't care to do the mine train, you can get an awful lot of stuff done now at rope drop because everyone's going to the one place.
It would be great if you could get a fast pass for the mine train, because then you can come back to it later. But unfortunately, we're not able to do that.
Right. Now, have you noticed, I know before we talked about this, have you noticed that the FastPass kiosks the crowds have kind of thinned out where the kiosks are?
Yeah, definitely. I think when we went to, I think it was Epcot the first or second day of the FastPass Plus opening or whatever, and it was just a mess. People, unfortunately, I guess were not educated enough or didn't do enough research, and had to book their fast passes the day after they got through the turnstiles at a kiosk, and that line was backing up. But I think as the public and the listeners realize what they have to do in advance, it's probably getting less and less. It doesn't seem to be quite as much commotion at the kiosks nowadays, from what I can see.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, once the learning curve, I think, is picked up by the general public, I think that'll help a lot.
Yeah.
And as they tweak the app too.
So let me ask you, what fast passes did you end up snagging for the times you're going to be down there?
Well, on Tuesday, before Thanksgiving, the kids are in school Tuesday, so we're going to go down in the afternoon. So we got Peter Pan, Haunted Mansion, and I can't remember. Grace wanted something, probably over there in Frontierland somewhere, either Splash Mountain or Big Thunder. Wednesday we're going to go to Epcot. That's extra magic hours. So we got Soarin', and I guess it really doesn't matter at Epcot what else you get other than Soarin' and Death Track.
Right.
Maelstrom won't be there, so. Oh. And then on Thursday we're actually eating at the Liberty Tree Tavern, having our Thanksgiving dinner there.
Oh, and, nice. That's a good one.
So we got the three mountains: Splash, Big Thunder, and Space. And then on Friday, I think we're going to go to Hollywood Studios, and we booked up Toy Story. So that was good. That was one good experience because usually Toy Story's booked up for the folks that don't get in get in inside the 30-day window. So we were able to get a fast pass for that, which will be good.
I got to ask, because I'm sure a lot of people are out there going, we don't understand. You live very close to Disney, and yet you're staying at the Contemporary for the week. So what has possessed you to do that?
Well, if you guys remember, I went to Disney when I was 2 years old back in 1974, I guess.
Yeah.
And I've never stayed at the Contemporary. And we used to live in Miami, so we used to stay up here in the resorts. It's just a really nice experience. We could drive 30 miles, pay $17 for parking, rush, take the monorail over and do all that stuff. And then the kids are wiped out and we have to get in the car and drive 30 miles back north. So usually when we decide either the kids are off for 2 days, we'll go with one of the moderate or the like one of the all-star type hotels and just stay down the night. And then we can hit 2 parks without having to drive and rush back and forth.
Yeah. Nice. So as a local, it's still even magical just to stay on property.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's absolutely great.
Yeah.
We were at Riverside probably about a month ago, and we did 3 days. So it doesn't get old. At least to our family, it doesn't.
That's great. That's great. Where's Ji Woo at now?
She's probably watching TV. You want me to see if she'll talk?
Yes.
Yeah, bring her on.
Yes, bring her on the show.
Hold on. Let me see. Grace.
Bringing in Grace Woo.
Ji Woo.
Better known as Ji Woo.
Absolutely.
Loop, can you talk? Oh, she's shaking her head no.
Can she give us the bing bong?
That's all we're gonna get out of her.
Oh, I needed a bing bong.
Want to see if she can do a bing bong?
Yeah.
All right, do the monorail. Grace. She's got headphones on. Ready? Do bing. Like the monorail.
Bing bong.
Adorable.
Outstanding.
Love
that
it.
is outstanding.
Thanks, Grace.
Yeah, thank you, Grace. Everybody loves Grace.
Yes.
She gets a lot of comments in our emails and that. Everybody loves Ji Woo.
You know what she's doing? She's on the iPad, and I guess there's this game called Minecraft.
Yes.
All the kids are playing it now.
Oh yeah.
But they have a Disney, like, she's going through Hollywood Studios now on Minecraft.
Get out of here.
Believe it or
awesome.
not.
Oh,
Ask what the wait is at Toy Story Mania.
Let's see. I can bring that up on. No, I'm kidding. Well, that is awesome. We really appreciate Ji Woo coming on. That was very cool. What are you looking forward to most about your upcoming Thanksgiving trip?
Just spending time at the resort. I've never been at stayed at the Contemporary, and looking forward to it. I'm going. My parents are coming down. They live in Daytona, so they're going to come down and join us. So just some relaxation and not having to work.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Well, we hope you have a fantastic trip. What do you hear down there? Any rumors floating around about what's going to be happening at Disney?
Yeah, everything's shutting down apparently. Today was the last. Actually, a friend of mine told me that I'll get the name wrong, but the Hollywood Studios, the Catastrophe Canyon.
Yeah, the backlot tour.
Yeah, all the signs are down already as of today. I guess it closed yesterday.
Wow.
I think today was the last show for Off Kilter at Epcot to make way for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people not happy. They started actually taking the stage apart while people were still sitting there. So they are making a quick removal of Off Kilter, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing at Hollywood Studios, I guess they're putting a third track on Toy Story Mania. They're going to use some of that land from the Catastrophe Canyon. What's that ride called? I don't even know. But
it's
Backlot Tour.
Backlot Tour, yeah. Okay, Tim and I talked about this earlier today.
We did.
So number one, Tim has coined this new era of Disney as
the Renaissance.
The Renaissance of Disney.
Of the Florida parks.
The Phoenicians.
Yes. They invented it.
Right up on that. Didn't he? Picked right up on it.
He did.
But tell him what your theory is on this, Tim.
My theory is there will not be a third track added. They're clearing all this space. Well, as we've heard, for a Cars portion of the park, maybe not actually like in Disneyland, or California Adventure, but very similar. But if Star Wars comes as well, they're not going to need the third track capacity there. So why would you spend money on an attraction that's not going to need that capacity in a couple years?
Right.
Just throwing it out there.
I like your logic.
I agree.
What? There you go.
Hey, I got the woo on my side.
How about that?
It just doesn't make sense to me physically because that's like building a whole other attraction.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, for the short term, okay, I get it. But,
right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, in 2 years, when everything's up and running, because we're hearing that they're going to take out Indiana Jones, and that will be the Star Wars land portion of it, and then over at the
backlot,
Catastrophe Canyon is going to be all the Cars stuff. So that's the rumor that we're hearing.
That's what we've got.
But we heard the third track too. So yeah, how's Downtown Disney looking?
We're actually going to La Nuba on October 9th, so I haven't been down there since they started the construction. But
okay.
Is that your first time?
I'll let you guys know.
Will that be your first La Nuba?
A second.
Okay.
Second. Yeah, we went about 7 years ago, so it's a little with the younger kids in our family now can actually appreciate it.
Yeah. So obviously it's worth it. It's worth going to La Nuba. If you've gone twice.
It was pretty neat. I could go again.
Good. That wasn't a rousing endorsement. I could go again.
I could also be doing other things.
All right.
Well, that's true.
See, there's a good husband right there. I'm reading between the lines. I see what's going on here. Very nice. You're a good man. Anything else you could think of, Tim, that we need to get Sean's expertise on?
Sean's expertise. Let's see.
That's limited.
Oh, come on.
I got one for you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, intimate relationship with the Spaceship Earth ride, obviously. If any of the listeners go on that ride, I guess it's the last scene with, I thought it was Bill Gates, but I guess it's not. But the computer programmer, in the pizza box, there is now a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Hey,
action figure.
I wonder why.
Maybe it's Michelangelo, because then there'd be two Michelangelos in the attraction.
You couldn't have two Michelangelos.
You can't.
The whole time-space continuum that they touched, that would not be.
Oh, the crossing streams, is that what you're saying?
Don't cross the streams, yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. They're man, talk about cross-promotion, huh? I tell you, that is awesome. Well, Tim, I think that is all I have.
I think that's all I have, too. Sean, thank you for coming on the show. We always enjoy your insight as being a local down there.
All right, thanks, Tim and Bob, or is it Bob and Tim?
Like I said before,
we're
like Legos.
Yes. Well,
interchangeable.
I'm not saying anything.
I know.
Anyway, if again, any of your FastPass Plus experiences, we're always interested in that. You are the guy that is in the know, so we appreciate you giving us your candid opinion of that, truly. So thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, Sean. Well, once again, thanks for joining us on the show. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter. I'm ResortLoopTim. We also have the website, ResortLoop.com. You can find me at Facebook, at Facebook.com/ResortLoopTim. I threw it in there.
Wow, you're jumping on that, are you?
I got to mention it once in a while.
All right. I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter and on the Instagram where Tim won't go. And don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop and rate us on iTunes, all that fun stuff. What about a show open like G Woo likes to send us? Where would they do that, Tim?
I could email it, or you could even phone it in at area code 414.
WDW.
Loop. Excellent. Sean, where else could you listen to the show if you wanted?
Oh, boy. Skitcher, something like that.
Yes. The Stitcher. Oh, my gosh.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been the Gateway to the Magic.
See you, everybody.
But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them.